Hi guys, happy Thursday. So I've been making more of an active effort to be more active on YouTube. And something I realized is that I post a lot on my Instagram just talking and sharing my thoughts, whether it's about health or recipes, but mostly just like life, just what I'm thinking that day, what I'm going through. So I'm just gonna start doing a 5-minute segment, and maybe I'm just cooking a 5-minute recipe like I did yesterday. Or just my thoughts, and that's what I'm gonna do today. I last night watched one of my favorite movies that I also read the book, and I was rewatching the movie. It's called Eat, Pray, Love. It's very basic about this woman that goes through a divorce, lives in New York, is just kind of complacent in life, so she picks up and goes to Italy and then Bali, like living my best life. And she has this quote that really resounded with me that I totally forgot about, and I'm gonna read it because she articulates it really well. She's a writer. So here we go. We all want things to stay the same, settle for living in misery because we're afraid of change and things crumbling to ruins. Then I looked around at the chaos in this place. She's in these ruins in Italy. Just to paint the picture a little bit. Around this place and the way it's been burned, pillaged, and then found a way to grow back up again. And I was reassured that maybe my life hasn't been so chaotic. It's just the world is. And the only real trap is getting attached to any of it. Ruin is a gift. Ruin is the road to transformation. And this is so perfect for my life right now because, the past 2 months for me have been so difficult. A little background about me. I moved out to LA on my own when I was 20 from Texas. I went to school in Texas, moved out here, for a boyfriend. I'm just gonna admit that. Also, my dad lives in LA, so I had a connection to it. Always was in love with New York, but LA just kind of made sense at the time. And then I graduated from school, and I went to school for advertising, so I interviewed at all the big advertising agencies, just gonna get a 9-to-5 job. People are like, oh, you should try out modeling, but then half the people in my life are like, no, you need to get a real job. And even my family wasn't onto the idea of me modeling, so yeah. I did that and it just wasn't lining up. Like, I would go through 3 rounds of interviews and just something wasn't feeling right. I wouldn't get the job. I'm just like, you know what? I can still try out this modeling thing. Went to an agency. It just, ever since then, history. Anyways, modeling is stressful. I'm gonna have another video at some point where I talk about all the ins and outs of it because I feel like people just have no idea. I mean, everyone has their own issues, but what we go through. Anyways, if you are not, sorry, my roommate's on the couch. Anyways, if you aren't with an agency and you maybe don't have a good relationship with them, so they're not pushing you to clients, or you get dropped, or you went out of town and come back and clients don't know you're back, you don't work, you don't make money. Rent in LA is expensive. Paying for just all the stuff of life, food, health insurance, car, clothes, just living is expensive. And when you don't have jobs, there will be months where it's so out of your control, and I'm such a control person, that you don't work. So it's funny that perception of social media, like it looks like we all just put our best foot forward in our prettiest pictures and it looks like we're all happy, when realistically, like, people, my friends, people that don't know me, all messaging me lately, oh, you're killing it, girl. And I'm like, I haven't worked in 2 months. 2 months ago, I got back from Europe. A couple weeks later, I lost my job. And, I just hit this wall of like, I'm really, really hard on myself, but it was just, what am I gonna do with my life? But it took me some time. I kind of was like, okay, I'm gonna make the most of it, take this time to figure out what I wanna do, because I don't have to model. The world's your oyster. You can do whatever you want if you just decide. If I wanted to go to law school, I could do it. If I wanted to pick up and travel for 6 months, I could do that. So through this time, I've connected with different people. I've done TikTok. I'm growing on that. I'm making these YouTube videos. I'm showing interest in connecting with nonprofits and organizations that inspire me and will allow me to inspire other people. Like, looking back, it's only now been like maybe a month, 2 months since this happened. I'm already seeing everything happens for a reason, and you can choose everything bad that happens to you, whether it's someone cutting you off or losing your job, like someone passing away. Like, you can look at everything one of 2 ways, and it's hard, but even like the example of someone cutting you off, it's a test for you to be positive and be like, okay, they must be having a bad day, and that's growing your character by staying your cool, keeping your cool, and realizing like, oh, well, I must be happy if I'm not going to react to that. I don't know. Anyways, I'm past 5 minutes as I predicted. I like to ramble, but anyways, that's just my thing, you know? I'm still struggling. Some days are great. I have such high anxiety. I have like a list of 30 things in my notes on my phone and in my head of things to do, and it's hard for me to be present and just be happy. But you know what? I'm making moves, I'm connecting with people, and you guys can do that too. You're gonna have, it's not realistic. I used to be so hard on myself, like, oh, so-and-so is happy all the time. That's not normal. We all have problems. You're gonna have good days. You're gonna have great days. Like I had a really good day today, which by the way, oh yeah, so working with a new manager who does a more 360 approach to the whole modeling thing. So he's helping me, like I said, connect with causes that are close to my heart, which I'll also talk about in another video. He's helping me with YouTube, growing in other countries on social media, like all this different cool stuff, like showing people how to be healthy and talk about mental health like this. Like I wasn't doing any of that 2 months ago. I was just focused on the next modeling job I was gonna book, but now that's just one of the things that I'm doing. And today I signed with a new agency called Lips. They do a lot with social media, so it's a better fit for me than other places that I've been. There's nothing wrong with those agencies, but it just wasn't right for me. And it's all a blessing in disguise, and like I said, it all happens for a reason, y'all. Anywho, it's Thursday night. I'm gonna go out with some friends later for dinner and enjoy what I love, which is food. And I'm sure you'll see some pictures on my Instagram story if you follow me there, sushi. And yeah, just enjoy life, because at the end of the day, it's so short and nothing is insured. Like, it cannot be life tomorrow. I know that's really dark. Anywho, if you liked this, let me know. Also, I'd really like to know topics that you want me to talk about. I have a whole list of what I'm going to talk about, or what I plan on making videos on. But as I said, like today, for example, I wasn't even planning on making this video, but I watched that movie last night and I just had to talk about how it related to me. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. What's the stuff people say? Subscribe, add me on Instagram at MadTev, not to be confused with Mad TV, and yeah, stay positive, not mad.